Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, and welcome to another Blogs with Boilon Friday. Yes, we are on the second week of January's Friday, and we're here to hopefully get some better idea about the Captain Carter Woman in Time event, which should be up on the blog post for the information for next week. Of course, like always, where's my button? As always, as we found out from last blog, that the information in the blog when I did this video was incorrect. The math numbers in the tables were incorrect. So I'm just putting this up here now so that if that happens again, that you guys, know that. They do put it at the bottom of each of the blog posts anyways, but I thought I'd just point that out just because. So if you're ready to go, everyone, then let's boil this down. And before we get started here on today, make sure you claim your web store stuff, because this is important. Of course, there's still the Super Patriot stuff. There is, of course, still the Mr. Negative, which I wonder how long this is going to be going past 7-star. I guess we'll find out when I hit 7-star and whether or not I keep claiming it. Also, there's the Free Claim Friday for this time, 7,500 of the currency, but also 5 shards for Agent Venom, so that's important. And I guess we'll find out later on. I really don't like these. I don't personally recommend this, but it is what it is. And I wonder if we're going to get the offers for him later on today for red stars and stuff as well. Also, make sure that you're claiming your Hostile Forces web milestone. This is for the blitzing. Of course, for this is pretty much like 80% of the currency that you need for these orb fragments is from this web milestone for blitzing. So make sure you get on that and you do that. Okay, so the War Saga begins. That's the name of the blog post, and you can see Red Hulk with his costume in the back there, so that's going to be upcoming, I guess, as well. But we do have the Woman Out of Time. Out of Time? What did I say before? I don't remember. Anyways, this is January 18th, so this is going to be starting next Wednesday, of course, at 1 p.m. for Captain Carter. I'm going to be most interested in, how many shards is up for grabs for her event, because that's going to be really important. Here's how the event works. I saw the data mines a little bit earlier on today, but the event orbs. The event features 4 orbs that you'll use gold to open. That's not a good start. Royal Reserve Orb, Strategic Reserve Orb, Patriots Orb, and the Royal Soldiers Orb. The orb contents include Gear Tier 16 and 17 minis, teal gear, character shards for Captain Carter, U.S. Agent, and more. Is this an entire gold grab event? This orb will be located in the Woman Out of Time event store tab, and each orb contains its own rewards. Whew, okay. I don't know if we're necessarily going to get the information here about the orb, so we might have to do an updated video later on about these specific orbs. So keep an eye out on the channel for that if I end up doing that later on tonight when after the store reset and I get a chance to look at these orbs, or we'll look at them together in the video. The Woman Out of Time milestone. Collect points towards this milestone by opening the event orbs using gold. Like, I can't believe they're triple, triple downing on gold to buy an event orb to get milestone points. That's just stupid. I don't care. Like, spending gold milestone is one thing, but then spending a gold, because you can do whatever you want with it. Now we're spending gold on an orb, which gives you milestone points. This is some new level of fucked up. But hey, maybe I'm just saying that a bit prematurely. From the British invasion and wield the shield milestone. So there's going to be 2 other milestones. Earn Captain Carter shards, the bulletproof uniform, Justice Medals, and 5 red Captain America, if you need it. So let's open this one. And wow, how do you open? Okay, so there's... That's nuts. Okay, let's go back to the main one, because basically at the bottom, it says open Royal Reserve Orb, 600k. So that's going to be like the biggest orb in terms of gold cost probably. 200k for the Strategic Reserve, 200k for the Patriots Orb, 200k for the Royal Soldiers Orb, and points from the other 2 milestones. And so this goes up to 120 million points at milestone 40, where you get Captain Carter shards. So how many Captain Carter they said that the Carter shards are also in the orb, so I'm curious what's in there on top, but let's see what's in here. So we have 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 50, 70, 100. Keep in mind that you need 100 to 95, I guess, to unlock her if you did the free claim Friday from before. Otherwise, 100, which would be here at milestone 36 at 49 million points. But the points are so high, and I admit that you guys probably really don't enjoy the fact that these numbers are so high when it makes the math much more convoluted and much more irritating. And I'm the one who's doing a lot of this anyways, and I still don't like this. Like, why have they inflated the numbers so fucking high to confuse the player base on this? And it's crazy. And so 130, there's 180 shards of Captain Carter up for grabs in here if you're able to clear this 120 million milestone. Now, there's also blue 4 ions in here, which is there's a lot of blue 4 ions in here, in fact. 150, 250, 450, 750k blue 4 ions. That's enough to level 1 character to blue 4, which is a lot. And there's 350 dark promos here at the end. 240 T4s as well. So this is 4-star of Captain Carter just in this milestone. Now, I do want to say, as it normally is, I'm just going to probably go out on a limb and assume anything after 49 million are whalestones. Usually it's the last 4 milestones that are going to be whalestones that you're not going to be able to get free to play. But I probably won't know until we actually get the numbers, unless it's in the blog here, what the numbers of the orbs cost in terms of gold. How much are we talking at? Like, how much do I have? I'm sitting at 15 million gold, and that's about it. I don't have any gold orbs in reserve, so I don't know how far I'm going to be able to get in this. We'll find out in a little bit more detail soon. The British invasion milestone, battle in raids to earn points towards that in the woman at a time milestone. So this is a 7-day milestone, it says down here. And you get 100 points per raid battle. There's 8,400 points, so that's 84 raid battles. That's pretty easy because that's about, 12 a day, I think, something like that. 12 a day. So if you're doing both of the raids, then you should have no problems. You should be able to get an easy 10 from the gamma, the gamma raid or whichever's running right now. I don't remember. Whichever the Greek raid's running, you're going to get the points there pretty much. And there's a lot of woman at a time milestone points here. I'm not going to add this. This looks like over 10 million, maybe 12 million. So that's about a quarter of what you need for this one at 49 to get the unlock for Captain Carter. Of course, the bulletproof vest here is at 40 million, but you really want that 49 million to get the 100 shards for Captain Carter. So we'll see down below. With the shield, web milestone, spend campaign energy towards this daily milestone to earn. So it's going to be 7 times. You need to spend 1,000 campaign energy. So that's free to play. That is actually free to play if you use 200 quartz daily. That's fine. And that'll give you 2 million woman at a time times 7. That's 14 million. So that 14 million plus this 10 whatever, that's 24 million right there. So that's about half of what you need for this. So then we'll just have to break down these orbs at a later time, especially this Royal Reserve Orb. How much gold are we talking about per orb? Is it 500k? Is it 600? How high? Maybe it's 600k, right? Maybe it's a 1-for-1 here. So 200k orbs and 600k orbs. We'll have to see later on, unless it shows here, which I don't think it is. There is a leaderboard, of course, with more Captain Carter shards, but only if you get the top 25%. So that's interesting because they've given you a way to basically get up to what seems like a 4-star Captain Carter if you're willing to spend a shit ton of gold. And the problem is you're spending the gold on the orbs for the event, but you're not actually putting it towards leveling Captain Carter or anything like that. You're basically putting it in to get more shards for her. So that there's going to be a value of like a specific amount of gold per shard, at some point. Maybe I'm just going to use my 675 core orbs to get her because, realistically, if you watched my video from the other day, that I was talking about the Raid of Fortunes, which, by the way, is running right now, is wherever the hell that is, here, right? And I said that I was going to spend cores to basically beat this to get all that crap down below, including the 25 US agent shards and the 350k blue 4 ions, which is pretty important. There's also 500 dark promotion credits, which are nice as well. I was thinking about, if she's still there at 4 o'clock, then to maybe buy her orb and then get shards for her that way. So I don't need to spend as much gold to, I would get to the 49 million and then, save my gold for something else. I'm going to do a part 2 of like the whole event here because this is kind of really wonky in my opinion. Of course, I just forgot that the event orbs are not going to be going live until Wednesday. Actually, now that I think about it here on the video, So we might not be able to get to see that anytime soon, right? Because the event's not going live until Wednesday. Those orbs probably are not going to be live until Wednesday. So realistically, we might not know the gold value and how much that's going to cost. So that's kind of an important thing that's missing. I'll send a message to Community Manager Archangel to see if we could get details on that beforehand. I think that's a pretty important piece of information that we don't have. Otherwise, we have Coordinated Assault coming back around. As usual, I don't really need to go over this unless they've changed it, which it does not appear that they have. Bar's not been changed for a second time, so that's fine. Nuclear Garrison Gamma Blitz, Quick Rumble Blitz, so that's going to be coming back, so make sure you do that. And then we have the War Saga, of course. So this is going to be, that's on January 17th at 1, so that's going to be on Tuesday, the day before the Woman Out of Time event. And the difficulties for Gamma. So just like War and just like Pestilence, you know, you're going to get some stuff to upgrade his abilities and whatnot. And that's going to be there. Now, I never really thought that his upgrades for his abilities were all that good, but I should be able to do this. All my characters are at gear tier 16 for the difficulty 2. Of course, I'm nowhere near difficulty 3 in that costume, though, and I don't actually like the costume all that much, so I don't think that's a high priority for me. But at least getting the awakened abilities out of the way and just adding them on, whatever, you know, will help. And of course, all the other stuff, the T4 abilities and the gold stuff on both difficulties will probably help you, especially for this upcoming event for Captain Carter. As a reminder, to unlock Apocalypse, you'll first need to beat difficulty 2+ on all 4 Horseman Sagas and 3 stars. So that's actually really important for Baby Apocalypse. If you're thinking about that, if you're anywhere near in the running for that, make sure that if you haven't already, that you go back and do some of the other campaigns and you make sure you get those 3 stars. Because I know that people had some issue with Pestilence Heroic Mode, specifically the last level, I believe it was. So make sure you go back and you do these on some of them. I don't remember that Famine was all that hard when I did it here for Heroic Mode. Did all that, no problem. So make sure that you go back and do that. War does actually have the countdown now on here as well. And whatever the hell's going on here with Death, I've seen this. It's like some text bug. Don't know if you can unscramble whatever it's supposed to say in there in terms of days. Let me know in the comments down below. Let's jump back. Some character availability. We have Nemesis entering the orbs, and as usual, we don't know when. Normally it's the following week, though. Otherwise, they wouldn't have included it in the blog. So Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. It's normally when we end up seeing it. Pretty sure, was it yesterday or the day before, we saw someone, I forget who was in there, but yeah, there was included in that. I think it was Dark Beast, maybe. Someone else entered the orb. Elite Store update. You'll be adding, US Agent already next week into the Red Star store. That's surprising, given that I don't even have him. I don't even have them unlocked, and yet they're already throwing it to us for Red Stars? That's crazy. And actually, you know what? That is really crazy. So much so that I want to bring up my spreadsheet, and I want to take a look at that, because more and more I'm thinking, you know, if you don't pull your Red Stars maybe, and you could just buy them, potentially. Let's take a look. What's my date for US Agent? 23rd of December. That's like, next week would be like the 16th, 17th. So we're looking at like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks until Red Stars, which is crazy. You know, even Nemesis actually only went 28 days. So yeah, I mean, if you're kind of low on Red Stars, there's a good chance that if you wanted to, you could save your Red Stars and your Red Star orbs and not pull for these characters, especially if you're not ready for them yet. That way, that's what I did with Nakia, is I actually skipped pulling for her. I didn't pull any orbs for her, and I saved for the next character because I wasn't super big on War Dogs. I'm not saying that's what you do for every character, but if there are some characters you're not particularly fond of, don't really care too much about, that's a particularly good strategy. So if you want to save on your Red Stars and particularly your Elite Red Star orbs, you can do that too. Free Claim Friday, we've already checked that out, so make sure you claim that again. Weekly events, we have Dimension Ghost Spider Blitz. I mean, she's already pretty available. Black Bolt coming back around, Quick Rumble, and a bunch of these. This is actually like right now, but apparently they're doing another one in-game as well. And as usual, everything in this blog is, what is it, everybody? Subject to change, because you never know. But I am going to go and see if I can get some additional information regarding the orbs. I think particularly the Captain Carter orbs are going to be very important here when it comes to how much gold that's going to cost. Part of me is thinking it's 600. If it's a 1-to-1 gold ratio, that'd be very easy to calculate, but that would be very important for us to know, because the other 2 milestones basically only give us 24 million points or whatever it was, and we need to make up an additional like 16 million, maybe more, you know, for the Captain Carter shards and the bulletproof uniform. So that's going to be really important information to know about how much gold you're going to need to save. But honestly, guys, save all of your gold. Don't do anything, and I'm actually even reluctant about spending my 1 million gold a day. Not going to lie. For the 50 cores over the next couple of days, I might just not do it. I might just not buy anything because I'm really afraid of this upcoming Captain Carter event that we don't have enough information in terms of how much gold we're going to need to spend to get the event item. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this, what you think about the Carter event, what you think about the gold spending and these event orbs and the gold spending. All of that in the comments down below. And of course, everyone have a great weekend. And until next video or whenever I do my next update, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.